Hey, yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Cheno Royal, aka Cheno Royal. How y'all feeling? What's good? Look, is that time. We're back at it again with another video. You feel me? This one hit me near and dear to my heart, and like I just been wanting to rant, and I just wanted to rant to y'all back at home. Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay with you? No? Alright, I'm shutting off this. No, I'm playing. We're gonna get right on into this video. And what I wanted to talk about was something that was, in my opinion, something that needs to be talked about right now, and something that is clearly getting exposed all 2K24. Shout out Cat Williams. The truth shall be shown, it shall be revealed. Oh my God, it shall be revealed like it's a light, and that's all it's been all 2024. You feel me? But in my personal opinion about a lot of the stuff is like it definitely needed to be exposed. With a lot of the stuff going on in Hollywood, behind the scenes, we've all known for a long ass time that, stuff has been weird over there. And that's why, the common folk, such as myself, is, very hesitant when it comes to just moving in that direction. Because obviously we all want money at the end of the day, but a lot of us are skittish when it comes to fame because we don't know what all that comes with. But that's not what we're here to talk about. That kind of just segues into what I wanted to talk about. And what I wanted to talk about is just pretty much what's going on with the obvious, with the Kendrick Cole beef, or Kendrick Cole, with the Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake beef. And I want to address multiple points here, and a lot of it has not made sense to me for like the whole point, the whole time that it's been going on. And y'all can go back and you can even check out my videos that I was doing, because this one actually hits a little bit more home with me than a lot of the other beefs for a long time. Even since like 50, since the Biggie Tupac beef, I wasn't really alive to really, or at least that old to actually experience it. But right now, I would say right now is like my very first like hardcore, like I'm actually invested in like this actual beef. And you're looking at two sides here. You're looking at two sides that are, you can understand where Kendrick's coming from. You can understand, a lot of people will never say that they understand where Drake comes from, but everybody that I've ever known in my life has had a moment where they can understand because they've done exactly what Drake has done, and they've reacted the same way that Drake has reacted right now. And even a lot of people won't admit this. There's a lot of people that have been in Cole's shoes, and I'll address it. The only reason why I'm addressing a majority of this is because people are coming at flack for my boy right now. I consider J. Cole to be the GOAT. That might be a hot take. Maybe it might not. You don't even know. Because a lot of people just view it as like, oh, Kendrick the GOAT, he won, he did his big one, this is what it is. But in my personal opinion, the goal isn't just winning a battle. Like, it's always about, I need to, what is the bigger answer? What's the bigger picture here? Like, it's not about, oh, I need to win something. It's all about, like, what message are you conveying at the end of the day? And that's not to say Kendrick doesn't have a powerful message. Like, if anything, like, he leads everything with powerful messages. Like, that's what he does. That's his thing. And Drake is more like, people call it cliche. It's more like flash in the pan stuff. It's more like vibey stuff. And, like that's always how he's been. And like he just here recently started like moving his own sort of lifestyle into that. And that's just how he creates. And obviously every artist creates in a different way. Even for Cole, like that's all he raps about is more conscious stuff about what he's gone through. Like he doesn't need anything flashy. Like he literally rides a bike and got clowned for riding a bike. But in my personal opinion, like people are flaming J. Cole for the wrong reasons right now. And in my opinion, you guys, like it shouldn't be, like his reasoning shouldn't be flamed at all. Like I can understand like people like their overall message or their stance on it has been, it kind of got robbed from like a once in a lifetime thing when it comes to what the hip hop game needs. And I'll be honest, like, a spectacle such as that with Cole and Kendrick both in their primes going maximum, like pedal to the metal, hard on each other. Pause. No Diddy. Sorry. I know we're in a Diddy fiasco right now. Sorry. Oh, I almost got caught there. But no. But like both going pedal to the metal with what they do, their craft, their pen game would have been immaculate, impeccable. Like something that would never be matched throughout our lifetime. That's how good it would have been. But it would have been all for the wrong reasons. It wouldn't have made sense, even if it did happen. Because I'm making this video because of what Cole said that I inevitably was saying even back in my own video. And back in my own video, I was saying that, I was going with, obviously, if this is like a game and that's how we're treating this, then, Kendrick's up or Drake is up, depending on how you're looking at the stuff. But in my overall perspective of it is that Cole had no business being in it. And I'm watching several videos from a lot of different podcasters and a lot of different people that have their own different takes, and you're allowed to have those. But you also cannot be the same people that will say, I'm here for the messages. I'm here for, the culture. I'm here to better the culture. I don't I'm getting older. I need to be wiser. I need to move different. I can't be reacting like how I would when I was younger. And those are the same people that will turn around and do the clicky stuff. And it's ironic because those people are also getting exposed nowadays because that's what people do. People understand that clickbait is what sells. People understand that if I put out something to you, I know what could provoke you to click this. I know what can make you make that decision to click on this video to watch it. And that's all I want. It's a sales tactic at the end of the day. We're all trying to eat. Understandable. But don't also be claiming that you're in a lane of I'm doing it for the culture. And that's what you're seeing now. And that's what you've been seeing for a long time. And that's what I'm saying about J. Cole is people are mocking the industry now for being very, surface level, for being very no substance at all. There's no meaning. There's nothing behind what is being pushed because that's all the people are honestly asking for. Let me give an example. All right, so let's say that J. Cole, Kendrick, that type of music, the conscious stuff is gourmet meals, and Ice Spice, Sexy Red are no disrespect, but let's say that stuff is McDonald's. All the people are more gravitating towards McDonald's. So there's a reason why the gourmet restaurants will be around, but you're not going to see as many as, the McDonald's, the Burger King, the Rallies, Checkers, every one of those, Wendy's. It doesn't matter because they're all over the place because more people are going to go to those places. And that's honestly what's going on in the business and been going on in the business for a long time. Is it's just straight up people want to go ahead and, it could be a price thing. It could be maybe that's what they're vibing with. And maybe that's what easier for them, which is understandable. Hey man, do you. But that's the problem now. But then you can't get on J. Cole for acknowledging something that any of us would have known if we got into something like that. If I made a track with somebody and I'm flexing because that's what I'm supposed to do, is I'm supposed to flex. You feel me? I'm supposed to talk my talk. I'm supposed to let y'all know that the king is here. You feel me? Nobody can compete with me. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's what they're supposed to do. That's what she's supposed to do. That's what anybody's supposed to do. When it comes to this stuff, it doesn't matter what you do. You're supposed to talk your talk. If you don't, people ain't going to respect what you're doing. He recognizes that it is beyond that. It's not, has nothing to do with me being competitive. And he's a basketball player, dude. You can't talk to any basketball player who actually does this for real. And they're gonna not be competitive. Anybody in athletics. Even, I've met a lot of people even outside of athletics that are seriously competitive. But it takes a lot of maturity to go ahead and recognize, look, whoa, like this has not, like, you don't even have to have that much. You know what? Scratch that. You don't even have to have that much maturity to recognize that something isn't about you. Like, Drake has had some beef with Kendrick for over 10 years. Kendrick's known, and he's heard the subtle shots. He's known about it for 10 years. And then I watched somebody try to justify why J. Cole's Port Antonio was just a bad track, saying that Cole went with Drake to make First Person Shooter to go ahead and flex and try to act like, oh, that he wasn't taking shots, when actuality is he's just talking his talk. He didn't shoot at nobody, and you want to act like he's the one who sent the first shot. That makes no sense. If you go back and you look at all the stuff, he's talking his talk with Drake. Maybe Drake had some ulterior motives, but you can't rope him with that. If that guilty by association stuff doesn't work with me all the time. Yeah, you might be guilty, like, depending on the circumstance, but I need to know the context. And a lot of people are just going off of just like, oh, well, you're over there. That doesn't make sense to me. That's putting people in boxes, and that's the problem nowadays, is people want to go ahead and put people quickly in that box and be like, oh, you have to be this. We're categorizing people. Like, you have to be like this. You have to be like that. You don't know the context beyond what's going on. And that's the problem. And like, it's very surface level. It's very like, all right, one, done. All right, wrap it up. That's it. I don't want to know any more about it. I already know what I need to know, when you really don't know anything at all. And what I got from the Port Antonio track is that this man is saying that, you know, like, how many of us are out here literally thirsting to be number one? And that's fine. We can be competitive at the end of the day, but like, it's a different thing when you are craving it that bad. You are craving to be number one that bad, you will do anything. And it's not a shot, it's just calling a spade a spade. You got Kendrick out here who's probably doing it to, like, you know, get back at Drake. Drake is just trying to be number one. He's doing it for the money. But let's be honest. So he goes wherever the culture blows. You feel me? And Kendrick is doing, like, you know, his culture thing that he's always been doing. But, I mean, people trying to come at J. Cole and saying that, you know, that he's sorry, that, you know, the message is whack and he doesn't know what he's talking about. I've heard a lot of backlash, like, through the feed. He's getting ethered for just, you know, standing on a mature take. But it seems corny to me. You know, it seems very like, you know, like, follower. Like, that's what it shows. It shows like, oh man, like, he can't talk his talk. And there was a bar he had that even related to me, and it's like, this is me kind of pushing into, you know, me even being, you know, a light skin or just a lighter melanin tone, and that's just me. But me being from a certain area and then being raised in the suburbs most of my life, and then, you know, coming back down in the city when I got a little bit older and started being on my own, I did face all those skeptics, all those criticizers that were in my own community. With me even coming up in, like, the music stuff, and me trying to be in entertainment, and me even just trying to make friends, you know, and just do things. It makes no sense to me how, you know, we're so quick to criticize other people about our culture, but we're the biggest critics in our culture. That makes no sense to me. You know, like, I thought it's supposed to be all about love. I thought it's supposed to be about prosperity and growth and all those other things. So that's what really triggered me to, you know, and yes, it did trigger me. It made me want to make this video, because it's just like, it doesn't seem real to me. You know, it just seems like everything's about money with that. Well, that's all fine and dandy. Bills need to be paid. Hey, you understand? Like, you know, boy getting ready to get this house soon. So I understand that the bills need to be paid. I understand that. But at the end of the day, we're all people, and we all want to see each other grow. It's all love at the end of the day. But when it pertains to J. Cole, to act like his pen game is not anything short of immaculate, you are crazy, bro. To act like this man is not 1, 2, or 3, you are crazy, bro. To act like his message hasn't always stayed the same, you are crazy, bro. To act like this man is a cornball for acknowledging that he would rather have, he said a line, I wouldn't have lost a battle, I would have lost a bro. To look at that and see like, oh man, he's backing out. He's backing out. See right there, that's corn. It's like, nah, bro, that's real. How many times have you had an opinion with a friend or a boy, like one of your boys, or even a family member or a coworker, associate, it doesn't matter, and you have a good relationship with that person, but you completely disagree with what they're doing? Would you rather keep pushing the pedal or pushing that narrative to them that could possibly either send them over the edge, ruin your relationship, or cause y'all to be beefing like that? Or would you rather like talk with them, hear what they have to say? Yeah, you can insert like a little bit of it, but actually understand what they're saying, be receptive, and then be like, look, you know, you're going to do what you want to do at the end of the day, but I don't feel like this is right. You know, to act like all of us have not gone through that makes no sense to me. And that's why I wanted to make this video. And it wasn't anything to do with, you know, I do believe all three of these are generational artists. Like, you cannot argue this. You cannot tell me. I know that all these random things that have came out and like the beef between Drake and Kendrick have been crazy. But you can't act like these three gentlemen did not change the game in their own way. And they did. And they continue to do it. And, you know, I'm here for it, you know. But, hey, J. Cole's the GOAT. Whether y'all like it or not. That's my boy. That's my dog. It has nothing to do with my melanin and my skin. It has nothing to do with anything but my mindset. It has nothing to do with anything but how I view this man, how I vibe with the music, how I vibe with the message that he conveys, and anything he continues to do, and everything that he keeps impressing me and getting better at it each time that he comes out with a new track. So there's a lot that, you know, I view and I take in and put in my own music, and kind of encouraging me to go out and do different things when it comes to, or even different takes or different spins on how I even craft my music or be artistic out here. Whether it's the podcast, the music, the modeling, the acting, it doesn't matter. It could be anything. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments. You know, this isn't me glazing J. Cole whatsoever. This is just me being like, there's a take under all this stuff that isn't just about music. It's more a real take about, oh yeah, he did say this too. One last thing before I get out of here. But people got on him because he did recognize that Drake helped him out somewhere, like anywhere down the line, which he has. Drake's helped out several artists because that's what he's been doing. So you can't act like he doesn't contribute to the culture. He does do a lot of good and he does do a lot of bad, just like a lot of artists do, just like a lot of people do. So what is the problem here, you know? But him recognizing Drake has nothing to do with him being on a side. He can be on his own side. J. Cole can pick his own side and say, hey bro, you know, I got love for both of y'all. You know, he helped me here, he helped me there. They're both my brothers. Regardless of whatever y'all want to do, that's how it is. And that's how I'm gonna view it too, because Cheno's on Cheno's side, and Cheno always loves everybody. The kings and the queens should understand what I'm talking about, and that's why we love you here, and that's why we continue to keep pushing and moving to the next day and staying blessed out here and staying royal. And until the next episode, y'all stay royal out there too.
I never understand why my heart wants you. I try to say it fake, but it always true. Always coming up